Today I want to showcase for you something that I'm super excited about. It's time that we check out a new modular chest rig. And this one was sent to me from Skirm Shop and Stalker for a completely unbiased review. And what's so cool about it isn't just the backpack that can attach to the rear, but also the leaf camo option that comes with it. And did I mention it's nearly infrared treated, so during your next IDOP, the ops won't see you with their night vision goggles. Why don't we take them out of their packages and see what we got? All three of which come in these nice plastic bags, which helps keep them nice and clean and obviously keep them from tearing, getting destroyed, or touching any of the outside elements before you receive them. We have the chest rig leaf cover, the backpack, and the chest rig. We'll start off with the most exciting of the bunch, at least in my opinion, the chest rig, because ideally, if this is exactly what I'm hoping it's going to be, we'll be replacing my standard chest rig that I've been running for at least the last 3 years. Up next, we have the backpack. Now, I was told that this will mount directly onto the rear of the chest rig, which is really cool because in case we have something like a Milsim game, we could take more gear, or if we have something like a lighter game where we're playing like 15, 20, 30, 45 minute, an hour rounds, we could just take this off. And lastly, but not least important, is the chest rig leaf cover. This is going to be really key because I actually run a leaf-covered boonie. And then also, Stalker went ahead and sent me their ghillie kit, and this will match perfectly while I have that on. Again, I cannot say how thankful I am enough that Stalker and Skirm Shop are always sponsoring these videos, allowing me to leave my entirely real opinion and be affiliated with them so that I can share with you 5% discount codes to their website for their stuff that you'll find in my video's descriptions. The guys that run the USA shop, as well as the owner of Skirm Shop, are some of the nicest people that I've ever met, including the designer and creator of STALKER Airsoft, which are all Airsoft players themselves, which is even cooler. But enough glazing, why don't we just take a look at the chest rig to start, and then we'll move into some of the other parts. You can see the entire thing comes in this nice green. Before I go any further, I always like to take a look at the quality and control here. I like to take a look at some of the zippers and the parts where the zippers connect to the pouch. I like to take a look at some of the areas where they put in like the sewing and the threading, just to make sure it doesn't look cheap, like it's just going to rip and tear and pull away from itself over time. Obviously the Velcro is the Velcro of respectable quality, because these are parts that are going to be taking some serious wear, and like I said, you're going to abuse them, so let's make sure that it doesn't look like it's just going to fall apart, right? And from what I'm looking at, everything seems to be pretty solid quality. Nothing looks to be tearing or ripping away. All of your clips and stuff, let's see. They're bendy, but like a respectable bendy. It's not like something that's just going to snap. Everything seems pretty solid. Now that we've confirmed that it's a lot nicer than the Amazon knockoffs, let's take a look at some of the pouches and what comes with this setup. So, they state that this is a modular chest rig, which basically means that you can go ahead and take any of your pouches and any of your mounts and any of your systems off, because the entire thing is set up for your standard Molly mounts, and you can put any patches and existing stuff that you have on there already. So you can make it your own. It just comes with a bunch of stuff, which is really nice to see. At the base of the chest rig, we have a fanny pouch, and it is zippable. We pop the zipper open. We can see on the inside, we've got a bunch of different stuff. We've got some Velcro backing on the rear, and it looks like we've got some mag pouches, or just like general. They're pretty short, actually. So these are probably like some sort of like, I feel like small nades in there or something like that, a little close to the groin. But some small nade pouches, looks like it come with 2 of them, plus a tether on the top, and some more Velcro on the back. So you can always just pop this out if you wanted. You can run whatever you want in there. You can store extra BBs, snacks, canteen, you name it. And if you want to, you can put this pouch back in. Like I said, they're pretty shallow. Probably put a ton of small stuff in here, spare batteries, small little container of BBs, small little reusable container of gas, tools. This is just a place to store all of that. And then again, like I said, what's really nice is you can just snap that on. I actually think instead of up in the, no, you're probably gonna want that in the front, right? If we put that in the front, then when we peel it forward, we can access it instead of it being stuck against our torso. So I'll put that back up in the front, and then we'll re-zip that back up. And it's got 2 zippers, so you can tie these down to whatever side you feel necessary. Now, like I said, let's just say you don't want that where it is. On the back of that pouch, there's a bunch of molly, so you can just go ahead and take that molly and put it anywhere else in the pouch. Sorry for all the blotching. It's just like wet on the table because it rained last night. You could just take this guy and put it anywhere else in the entire chest rig if you wanted to. Right here, if you can see, is the point where it would detach. So as we move our way up to the entire like upper portion of the chest rig, we'll go from left to right. They include this really large pouch. This is like a covered pouch. I would imagine that you could put some sort of a radio in here or something, and then it covers it. You can stick the antenna out the side. It's really cool. And you can loosen it based on how tight you want it by just kind of pulling the one side so it can raise itself higher if you got something really long you need to cover, or if you got something really short, and then you can tighten it with this guy. And that's just like a covered pouch to keep whatever you have in there from getting dirty. Next to it, it looks like we've got, is this 2 pistol pouches? Let's see. One, they're both Velcro. You ever see that video online where the guy's like, I'm going to show you how to unzip Velcro in a tactical situation as quiet as possible so no one can hear the Velcro going off. Okay, ready? Listen. 3, 2, ah! I don't know why I did that, but it's a super funny video. Okay, so it looks like you got 2 little sidearm pouches. You could probably stick any of like your Glock mags, high kappa mags, you name it, in these pouches. Or if you wanted to, I'd imagine some of these smaller, thinner, like EG smoke grenades from Enola Gay can probably also fit in here as well. So that's cool. We got the big pouch, the mega pouch. On the inside of the mega pouch up at the front, you'll see it comes with a secondary pouch in the back. You could put like a map in the back there if you have, or I know like AMS, they give you like a health report card so you can put your name, your phone number, contact information for you, any allergies and medical history that you have in case anything happens on the field. 2 smaller pouches plus some tiny places. You could stick anything. I mean, these are just like small little rubber straps. You could get shotgun shells in there. You could put even more batteries. There's just so many different options here. I'm going to kit this out as well in this video, and I'll show you kind of how I plan to run it, or like temporarily, just an idea. It's a little bit easier to see when everything's all installed. You got a zipper pouch here. This specifically, I would absolutely stick like any of your, I don't know why, every time I see these pouches, I always think to stick any of our like maintenance materials. So I would put like lubricant in there. I would put like Loctite Blue in there, just stuff that I might need on the field in order to take care of the replica. And I'd be wondering, where are you going to put your mags? Like your primary mags. Whoa. Oh no. I untied the knot. Just going to have to tie this back up. I guess I grabbed it in the wrong way, or maybe it was a little bit loose. There we go. Okay. Your mags, if you unvelcro this guy, you can stick your mags back here, I believe. Right? I saw this when I popped it open before. Yeah, so this looks like, it's kind of hard to get an idea of what you're looking at right here. Is this your mag pouch? I believe this is some sort of mag pouch, yeah. It's your standard mag pouch. It's just a lot of pieces going on here, so it's hard to kind of like get a visual. Okay, so I kind of set up the Velcro a little bit better so you can kind of get an idea. I'm probably going to wind up swapping this out for a solid insert just because it's going to be really hard to re-index mags after this, but I believe this is your mag pouch. So basically how it works is it's this giant pocket, and it's got these 3 towers that protrude from the base of the pocket, and they Velcro onto the side of the front and back of those pockets, and then these guys will strap on top of your mags. It's an interesting system. Like I said, I'll probably opt for something a little bit more like rock solid, and then you could just slide it on in there. But this entire system, if I can get it to slide in, Velcro is always a little challenging to get to slide in. Should sit right there, and then you can house all your mags. As we work our way to the side, what do we have here? Okay, so this is just like a molly panel. They molly this panel to the chest rig, and then you have a bunch of different molly space in case you want to add anything to it. You can sit it at an angle. I'm not sure what you would add to that. I might swap this out for some more pouches or something like that, just some carrying. pieces, and I'd probably want them sitting vertical, but I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll take a look at that when I start kitting it out. The strapping system is pretty simple. If you look, it's got the parts that go over the shoulders, and then the pieces that wrap around the body. The one thing that I'm interested to see, oh no, it does have it, sorry. And then it has these guys kind of wrap around like lower lats. And then this will wrap around the torso or midsection to kind of keep everything nice and solid, especially when you have a lot of weight up in the front with the mags. Sometimes it wants to peel forward, so having the extra strap here really makes the difference. Let's take a look at the backpack. So they said it mounts onto the chest rig onto the back. So I'm assuming they use these straps to do that. Or maybe a combination of these straps and these straps. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Well, that's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, let me show you what that is in a second. The entire backpack, again, comes in that same matching color. It has some strapping on the back in case you need to like tether anything to the rear of the backpack. I probably won't wind up using that though. Obviously, it's good to contain wires and stuff. The inside of the backpack, the front inside panel has nothing on it. This guy has a big, obviously, backpack space, and then a small pouch in the back that goes all the way to the base. It's made of some nice quality material, though, too. There's really no padding in the backpack, though, so you're going to feel whatever's in there. Is that a secondary pouch? Yeah, you got another pouch even further in the back. And then what this guy is, this is what I'm really excited about. So you can see this. You could put wires or an HPA line through here, and then it pops right out the back. You can run that over your shoulder towards whatever you're running. Yeah, nice and solid. Oh, and if you want to tighten up these straps, you just pull here. Helps keep everything in the backpack nice and tight. Now, mind you, I've done no research when connecting the backpack to the chest rig. So I'm just going to assume. It looks like we've got some molly here and some molly here. And I would assume that all we have to do is strap it back here. So if I... Right, we'll go pretty high hanging, I would assume. And then we'll go through the first one now. That should strap it down quite well. And we'll go under this guy. Can we make that any tighter? Looks like I gotta strap that all the way down. Maybe we'll go under both of these. And then we'll come back up. That ain't going anywhere. Let's just do the other side. Hope I'm doing this correctly. I don't know where those backpack straps are going to go. Unless for some reason I'm doing this totally incorrect. And maybe there's a better route that I would have to take these. Maybe there's a way to like tether down the backpack straps. But we'll find out. I would assume now that the lower portion of the backpack just straps down to this guy. I feel like that's going to be a little loose. And I just don't know what the heck we're going to do with the backpack straps. It's like a substantial amount of backpack strap. Oh, darn it. I strapped one under it, and then the other one's like tangled in it. I'm going to have to undo this one. Yeah, I got to undo this one. Okay, so I redid the molly. I have them looped up and under these two molly straps. And then what I did was I folded these buckles and put them through the back, just here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, wherever it is, this like torso strap through all of them. I'm going to go through this loop, through these two, through this loop, and then out the other side. Now just to figure out what direction I'm going to need to go, it's got to go this way. So if I go through here, through here, a little tighter to get it through that. said, I don't know if this is the way that it's intended to be used, but I'm sure this will work just fine. And the one thing that I noticed when I did test it out, I just put it on really quick, is the torso strap can use a little bit more tightening. I have a pretty thin waist. Got that hourglass figure. So it could be tighter. And that should just strap up to the back. And the backpack is now connected to our chest rig. So don't mind my ugly rental green pants I got on. I kind of dressed up as if I was going to a Zoom meeting, and I didn't wear bottoms that were appropriate. But here is the Stalker chest rig. You can see all mounted up. We've got all of our pouches at easy access, all of our mag pouches at easy access. We can go ahead and unzip anything as we need. It's nice and solid, tight to the body. Got all these fun pouches on the side. This one kind of just dangles around unless I put something in it, so I'm gonna have to put something in it. Straps feel nice and solid. It feels comfortable, nice and tight to the body. And you can see on the back here is the backpack. Unfortunately, I won't be able to access that, so hopefully I've got some buddies with me or something. I can be like, yo, just grab this out of my backpack. They can grab it and we can go. Nice and solid. And I also forgot to mention there's some molly up here, some strapping up here. This is perfect spot to put like a dead ragger, whatever, just something that you need access to right here that someone needs to see, or like a dead light or something if you don't have like a helmet on. Nice and solid. I think it works really well. So now that we've got everything all set up, let's take a look at some of the covers that come with it. This looks like a main cover, so it's just going to sit on the center display, I would imagine. These look like they're designed to go directly over the top strap. And then I believe this guy is just going to cover the lower pouch. Now, installing these should be super simple. I think it's just a pouch for the pouch. If we do it like that. Yeah, and then you can craft these as you please too, which I'll wind up doing in the near future. And then all we got to do is tighten it down nice and tight. And there you go. Wow. That's cool. You can see they leave you some spaces, like some bungee for some crafting if you want to throw like a Halo screen on here or raffia or you name it. And I believe this part, let's see, does it just kind of go around the front piece? Well, no, because you wouldn't be able to get to the zipper, right? So next is the main, So next we have the main pouch cover. And I believe it's got to go on sideways like this. Just for this part of the video, we're stepping inside because unfortunately I actually installed this incorrectly, and rather than wait until tomorrow to do this, I'm going to install it now for you the correct way on this pouch so that I can get this uploaded tomorrow morning. So we're a few hours later now, and you can see it has a bunch of different straps. Let me flip this inside out. A bunch of different straps. Now it's going to sit in the orientation where these strapping is facing right and left. And what we have to do is completely unlatch a ton of different things. So we're going to first take the more like pouchy portion of this pouch, which is down here, like the part that kind of swoops under a little bit further. And we're going to put that on the bottom. And we're going to thread it through the base pouch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the sides and we're going to flip them all the way around these guys. So in order to do that, I just have to pull off these straps. So this strap should come, oh wait, no, you know what we could do? We can go right under this guy. Can we? No, we have to pull up these straps. All right, so knock these off. And those are off. And we'll pull these all the way around. It's kind of just going to hug the entire thing, if that makes sense. Like that. And I'm going to pull it over this one. I actually have to detach the backpack, a portion of it, so I'm going to come back to you in just a second. Next, lastly, this top strap is going to go around these two. So if we just pop this off, strap it around, clip it back on, and then we'll pop this side off, strap it around, and clip it back down. And now all I have to do is adjust all of those bungees so that it'll sit pretty flat, and it kind of hugs the entire pouch pocket. But you can see just like that, it sits on there, it's going nowhere. And then if you needed to, you could just pull this down a little bit, and you could keep your zippers up here in order to open it and close it. Same thing with this one. To get this guy on now, I actually think I have to detach the backpack and then unstrap these, because this is just going to cover these entire sleeves. So with the shoulder gear completely unstrapped, it's kind of an interesting setup here. We just have to locate, there's a space on the side of the leaf cover that's going to allow these pieces to slide through, and those have to be set on the back, if that makes sense, or like facing down. So I would set it up so that your shoulder straps are on the top, the waist straps are on the bottom, and then those openings for those waist straps are on the bottom of the leaf litter. And then all I'm going to do is feed the entire rig through the center. So we'll get both of these pieces and we'll slide them straight through the chest rig. And just like that, end to end, the chest rig is through. And just to make life a little bit easier on myself, I'm actually going to attach these pieces. Number one. And then this end, if I can get it out, to the chest rig, so we could figure out where those points are that we have to pull it back through, because we have to get those like torso or midsection straps to come through. So now if we pull those through this hole, I'm trying to explain this as best I can, there should be those straps that wrap around the lats, number one. And there should be another hole. I don't know if this is the right one or not. Yeah, there it is. And number two, might be stuck on something, so just be careful. A lot of strings and stuff here. Just trying to get the strap through. What is the strap stuck on? I have no idea. Is it going through the back? Oh yeah, it's going through the back. Duh. There we go. And we got it out. Take a look at that. Covered in bush. Still got the backpack on and everything. All of our straps and shoulders are covered now. And anything facing forwards is going to have some serious camouflage, where they do also offer a backpack cover too, but they didn't have that in stock at the moment, so they weren't able to send that out. This is just awesome. So I got everything all geared up here and ready to go. I actually wound up opting for a different mag pouch, or I'm sorry, not mag pouch, but like insert for the back of the front pouch, just because the original one was kind of hard to fit everything in, and I'm not 100% sure like what I'm supposed to do. There's just so many moving parts there, but I just felt like this was going to be more comfortable, so I got my WE L85 mags out and ready to go. Now, the other thing that I did notice here, I was able to fit a couple cool things like the pistol pouches, and then along this side, perfect for one of the 40 Max tornado nades, and it keeps that nice and locked in place. It's not something that I'm going to need like super quick, and I can obviously put like the replica down, unlatch it, and relatch it as necessary. I do actually like it though. It's comfortable, it's modular. I will probably wind up replacing this guy with maybe just one more of like a primary mag pouches, so that I could throw these on my belt, because I tend to like to run it that way. But yeah, the Stalker modular chest rig. Thanks for sending it out, guys. Let me know what you think. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Peace.